You would imagine that becoming a highly efficient, super-focused, and extremely disciplined man would make everyone love you. Wrong. This is the shocker. The better you become as a man, the more people hate you. You don't believe it? Look around you. Who are the most hated men today? They are the men who have worked hardest to become the best of the best. Men who have strived for excellence all their lives. Now the mob has risen up against these men. They want them canceled. They simply don't want them to have a voice. No, I am not talking about men who committed crimes. I am talking about men who are hated for being too masculine. Heck, even soldiers, policemen, and firemen have not escaped the raving mob. And then we have billionaires, great thinkers, and contributors to our advancements as a species also facing the same persecution. If you think being a Sigma man would earn you love, perhaps you need to reevaluate if you truly understand what a Sigma male is. These are 8 reasons why Sigma men are the most hated men in the world. First, stop slacking and hit that subscribe button now. Let's go. 1. People don't like people who know too much. By now, you should know that an overwhelming majority of the world's population is not smart. No need to be apologetic about this. Ask yourself, what is the percentage of smart people in the world? While IQ tests are flawed in some ways, we can still use them as a reasonable metric to measure how smart people are. According to data and a study reviewed by Psych Central, only 2% of the world population have above average IQ. Take a moment to really think about that. Only 2 people out of every 100 people on Earth can understand topics that are a bit advanced. That is really underwhelming. Now you understand why you have been wasting your time trying to make sense to some people, and they just don't understand what you are talking about. Am I saying Sigma men are in this 2%? Absolutely. You cannot be a Sigma man and not be very smart. Do you know why? Sigma men read, and Sigma men are thinkers. These men are never lazy. So if you have no interest in reading and putting your brain to work, it is time to really question if you are a Sigma male. So, why do dumb people hate intelligent people? It is because they hate being ridiculed, and it is because they don't want to be humbled. Instead of acknowledging the wealth of your knowledge, weak men would attack you for being too smart. They feel threatened and feel like you want to make a fool of them. They don't want to be in that position. These weaklings are afraid of being outshone. As a Sigma man, you can only feel sorry for such weak minds. Being a Sigma is not just about IQ, it is also about EQ, emotional intelligence. You don't allow emotions to get the better of you. Should people not like that? Surprise, surprise, they don't. Initially, they may like it, but then they begin to wonder why you don't react the way they want you to, and that becomes a problem. 2. They hate your guts. Sigma men are not sissies. They would not hesitate to call out anyone who is trying to take them for a fool. Their boldness is often a problem for those who have hidden agendas or pretenders. This is very characteristic of people who are bullies. They hate that there are those who would refuse to be bullied or cower. But remember, bullies are cowards. They are never ready for a fight. They are only good at intimidation and expect their victims to roll over. But Sigma men stand up to bullies. Sigma men eat bullies for lunch because they know bullies cannot stand up to a challenge. Sigma men don't care who is involved. They don't appeal to authority, even if it is their boss. These men would not accept intimidation or psychological manipulation. These manipulative people find Sigma males even more annoying because Sigma men don't dive into fights. They don't go about causing trouble. They are extremely patient and calculative, and they only engage when they are sure of what they are doing. This makes it difficult to defeat these lone wolves. 3. People think Sigmas are weird. Sigma men are different in many ways, but these differences are often interpreted as weirdness. But are Sigma men really weird? The truth is, Sigma men don't care. What they care about is if they are doing the right thing. If that is interpreted as being weird, then that is fine. These men don't play by the rules. They walk their own paths. People are not comfortable with those who refuse to conform. So as nonconformists, Sigma men fit a profile that makes feeble-minded people think they are weird. One common misconception about Sigma men is the belief that these men are loners that lack social skills. This is far from the truth. Sigma men don't lack social skills. They just don't see the point in engaging in most social interactions. When it is important, these men can socialize perfectly. Sigma men just want to be left out of anything that would waste their time. Those who cannot understand this and think refraining from unnecessary socialization is the same as being weird would continually label Sigma men as being misfits. Do you know that just being focused on your duty at your place of work can earn you the weirdo title? That is the society we live in, one in which you are labeled for dedication and having a sense of purpose. 4. There is a war against masculinity. It is not news anymore that there is a war against masculinity, and the biggest targets are alpha men and sigma men. These men are just too much of being male than what society can handle. Whatever that means, we live in a time that the world wants men to be more emotional and effeminate, one in which dancing on TikTok is considered more influential than being in the military or engaging in jobs that require high testosterone like bodybuilding. Men are not even free to speak on men's issues anymore. Sigma men are men who understand that being a man comes with certain responsibilities, and they know that men cannot function if they are given to emotions, so they stay unapologetically masculine. Remember that they will hate you for having the guts to stand up to their manipulations and schemes. 5. They hate that Sigmas cannot be controlled. Peer pressure, intimidation, the need for social validation, and appeal to authority are some of the reasons why people succumb to joining the bandwagon. And guess what? Sigma men don't care for all these. They are not called lone wolves for nothing. They are predators that have mastered the art of surviving alone. He does not need a pack to hunt. He relies on his wits to thrive in the harshest of environments. Lone wolves are master tacticians. They know they cannot fight the pack and win, so they never rush into anything. The core strength of these men is their mental capacity, and because they are deep thinkers and strategists, they are able to unravel manipulative plots from 1,000 miles away. They are never afraid to ask the all-important question of why. Before they do anything, they must understand why it is important. Guess what? If you ask too many questions, you would be hated, especially when those questions hit the nucleus of the agenda. Sigma men are also not afraid of saying no. This is one of the hardest words for most people. They just don't have the courage to say no, but not Sigma men. These men would say no without an atom of apology. 6. They don't feel comfortable with Lone Rangers. The thing about Lone Rangers is they are good at getting things done without help. They savor the freedom they have when they don't have to subscribe to the whims of others. This makes these men highly efficient because they can make quick decisions and take risks others cannot take. The unfortunate downside is, as Lone Rangers, they are automatically set up to be unlikable. It is easy for people to grow suspicious of Sigma males because they keep their business private. Generally, people want to be in everybody's business. People chit-chat about things that do not concern them, and they don't like it if you are too private. They begin to feel you are dangerous. Because Sigma men mind their own business and block everyone from their private matters, they easily get labeled as dangerous. There is a sense of entitlement that people have that makes them think they have a right to have a say in the lives of everyone they know. Sigma men won't allow these entitled people to have their way. 7. Sigma males are intimidating. The Sigma personality is psychologically intimidating. These men are extraordinarily calm and reserved. There is an air of mystery around them that makes it a problem for most people to predict them. The demeanor of Sigma men makes it seem they know something they are not sharing. Another reason why this is a problem is people fear what they don't understand. They feel Sigma men are hiding things or could have bad intentions. Usually, this is not because there is any proof against the Sigma men. It is just a problem because the group or herd mentality relies on the predictability of every member of the group. When a member of society seems to have his own ideology or is not afraid of challenging the norms, that member is deemed dangerous. 8. Sigma men are proud. Sigma men are just like alpha men. They don't feel they owe anyone an apology for being who they are. Sigma men have made a lot of sacrifices to be who they are. They have prepared their minds through rigorous training and dedication, and they have achieved rare levels of discipline, which in turn has translated to successes for them. They are masculine and proud to be. These men don't think they owe anyone an apology for just being Sigma men. This attracts some hate, but they don't care. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and watch this one as well. Thanks for watching.